Hey everyone, my name is Mike Vaughn, and welcome to a new series that I'm calling Unfiltered, which is kind of how it sounds. It's just me talking about a topic. It's not scripted, it's just me giving you my pure, unfiltered thoughts on any particular topic. And for this first one, I want to talk about something that is, really near and dear to my heart and something that I've had to sort of ruminate on for a very long time, and that is film criticism and more specifically, negative film criticism. So, what got me thinking about this and wanting to really actually record a video about this topic was the controversy between Chris Stuckman, a very famous YouTube critic, not wanting to really engage in what he calls toxic reviews or reviewing movies negatively. And, this is, again, this is kind of something that, like, this is something that I've had to sort of come to terms with myself because um, I, when you're a writer, you're a subject to criticism, rightly so. Like I make YouTube videos now that opens me up to people saying my work is shit and you know anything else they want to say. That's just how the internet works and that's just how the world works, right? um but my thing is there is value in criticism, both positive and negative. And so that's just something that I kind of just wanted to talk about and really like share from the bottom of my heart because, yeah, it's been a learning curve for me as um, as a critic. When I first started out blogging before I was published, I would kind of mistakenly, I should add, um, was open to reviewing friends or maybe just Facebook friends film projects. And I always kind of told them, like, even though we're friends and I'm helping you promote this, I'm going to be honest. I think you don't want to lose that integrity. Um, so no matter how many times I would warn my friends, if you're going to send this to me, like, I'm I'm never going to trash something completely, but if there's something that I feel isn't strong enough or worthy of, criticism, literally the thing you're asking me to do, like I'm going to do my job. Um, and of course, without fail, it's like, oh, no, 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 I can take it. I can handle it. It's fine. And, inevitably, I would review said movie. They were usually not very good. I even having said that, like as even being honest, I did maybe kind of even soft pedal a little bit. But yeah, so when they read my review, they hated me, they blocked me. Um, so I always made it a rule not to really do that. And now I'm reviewing bigger movies and I have a little bit more kind of on my plate as a reviewer. So, yeah, but the thing is, you, as a filmmaker, you can learn from film criticism, right? Like that just seems like a no brainer. Everybody loves Siskel and Ebert. Like, to the point where I feel like they're deified, which that's a whole other video, but they were notoriously, very critical. Um, I think it was Siskel that was so offended that Betsy Palmer was in Friday the 13th that he low key kind of doxed her. which I think is going very, I don't know, overboard, obviously, but um, yeah, it's just you can learn from that. I think that like if you're willing to really take in that negative criticism, you can apply it to your next films. I'm for your future films. I mean, and I've talked to filmmakers one on one after I've reviewed their movies. Um, and it was very illuminating for me because it was like, um, of course, you know, they don't want to hear that negative feedback, but when you do it in a way that is constructive and not destructive, it makes all the difference. Like I've had filmmakers come to me after reading one of my reviews and being like, I get it. Like I appreciate your honesty. You know, these are things I kind of need to work on. And yeah, I mean, that's having that kind of civil like discourse about it, I think was really interesting for me, especially early in my reviewing film career. Um, but yeah, you got to strike that balance, right? You can't love everything and everything's amazing and every movie you watch is just the greatest movie ever. But then on the same side, I'm not going to believe somebody that everything's like crap and everything is the worst. You got to really strike that balance. And even if there's a movie that I'm reviewing that I feel like is failing on almost every level, I try really hard to pick out one or two things if I can um, that's good about it. And it doesn't make me feel like I'm just ripping something to shreds. And, you know, it helps me feel like I can sleep a little bit better knowing that I didn't completely destroy something, but I was just being honest and I'm being real and I'm always going to be real with y'all. And if I don't like something, I don't like it. But you know, when I am really excited and praising something, you know that it's coming from a genuine place. Like, no one's buying my opinions, no one's swaying me. Again, it's why I don't review friends' movies anymore because as much as they say they can take it, they really can't. They just basically wanted me to give them a positive review, and that's it. And I'm sorry, that's not me. That's just never how I want to operate as a critic. So yeah, I know this is rambly, but it's been something that I've thought about a lot. I've even talked to my therapist about it. It's like I love movies so much, and I understand not wanting to sort of wallow in that like negativity. Um, but at the same time, you can be negative with and be have it be a constructive teachable thing for these filmmakers. I mean, if you look at it like that, it's really not that bad. Like I'm just yeah, just I don't know. I my rule is I don't get ugly with it. I don't like it's not personal. These filmmakers didn't like come to my house and like you know beat me up or anything. It's not personal. They just made a movie. I had to sit and watch it. I didn't enjoy it. And yeah, I think sometimes when you have a lot going on and you have to sit down and make time to watch a movie and it's bad and you do feel resent. Um like I know I have. I'm like watching a screener and bitching and moaning that like I have so many better things I could be doing. But at the end of the day, you have to just stop and check yourself and be like, no one really sets out to make a bad movie. Everybody worked really hard. I won't mention who it is, but I talked to a film producer that like I have some mutual friends with, and I talked to him about making movies, but more for, on a sort of like financing the movies kind of side, and it was really eye opening because he's like, I put all my money into this movie. I I've took a huge gamble on it, and I don't know. It's in the moment hearing him talk about like risking everything for a movie. It really just kind of hits home, and I don't think it really necessarily like changed my views 180, but it has made me just kind of put that in the back of my mind of like, am I being too harsh with a review? Like, again, it's not personal. These filmmakers didn't attack you personally. It might feel like it because you have to like spend your time reviewing it. I get that. I do. Um, and as somebody that's created something like my book, it's scary because when you work on something, it's hard. There's a lot of blood, sweat, and tears, but also it's your baby. It really is. And once you release it to the public, it's not yours anymore. It belongs to everybody. And that's terrifying. And I get that. And I think like somebody that is a creator and a film critic understands that sort of duality, if that makes sense. Like it's yeah, I don't know, but it just bums me out because there is a really nice middle ground. You don't have to just love everything and it's like kumbaya and like I don't know. It's just like it's frustrating because I feel like there is bad criticism and it's you can be I'm trying to think how to what a nice way to say this is. It's not maybe not a toxic critic, but I do feel like when you go from one extreme to the other, everything's great, everything's crap. That's not good. That's just not good film criticism. It's not simply. And I'm not attacking Chris Stuckman. I don't know him. I have enjoyed his videos in the past. I'm also somebody that's just sort of fallen off with his channel. Like I don't think I've been subscribed to his channel for a couple years now, but yeah, he made a movie that's incredible. I have so much respect for that. But yeah, it's just not being. I don't know. It's just it's not worthwhile criticism if you can't look at both spectrums of this is what works with a movie, this is what doesn't work with a movie. Um, just think of any film critic you love, and they're not if they're doing their job well, it's going to be that nice middle ground. So I don't know. I'm obviously I don't know this person. I don't like. I mean, I gather because he made a movie, he is more scared of actually sort of criticizing other filmmakers, and I get that. I mean, as someone again, I'm not harping on my book, but like it's one of the one frame of reference I have outside of like my freelance work of like, yeah, you make something and it's gives you a whole new perspective because you're on the other side of it. So I can see how, reviewing movies and then making movies will give you such a 180 change in your perspective. But I just feel like that would sort of solidify how negative film criticism is useful. I mean, somebody like Chris Stuckman that just made his first movie, I haven't seen the movie. Um, but is it going to be 100% flawless? Probably not. Most movies are not. So you can always learn from your past mistakes. I mean, I'm sure that even as a starting out on YouTube, watching my old videos is so cringe right now. And it's okay. That's you should look back at your old work and cringe like hell, because it just means you're getting better and you're upping your game and you're doing better work. And I mean, I'm sure maybe this video I'll watch in like another 5, 10 years and think, oh my God, uh, this person's a mess, get it together. But that's okay. Like, that's how it should be. And I just think that's the only way we're going to learn and grow, is if we can take in the positive and the negative critiques. So I don't know. I've rambled long enough. I just wanted to get this out here. And as I say, if this video does well, I would like to do a series like this where, it's just me talking, getting my feelings out on something. I don't want to do a lot of editing. I want to just keep it real and unfiltered for y'all. And I hope you like this video. Please consider giving this a like, subscribe, comment. Please weigh in. I'd love to know what you think about this topic. And I will see y'all in the next video.